Hi friends, strangers, internet. My name is EmilyHanhan. I love colorful makeup and colorful language. And I'm back with my favorite video, your favorite video, all of our favorite videos, new makeup nonsense bingo. Wah, wah, wah. I want to start out by saying, if you like colorful makeup, bitches with lots of opinions, or cute fat babes in general, I hope you'll subscribe. New Makeup Nonsense Bingo is a game I created with my dear friend Teresa is Dead, and we play this new makeup release game every couple of weeks along with my friend Audra at home. What is New Makeup Nonsense Bingo, you might ask? Well, it's a bingo game. It's a video about new makeup releases, and also it's a drinking game. So if you haven't been here for one of these videos, or if you're coming over from Audra or Teresa's channels, definitely say hi in the comments. Let me know if you're playing along with me today. I am having a bit of a mango tequila Topo Chico thing I created, and yeah, that's kind of the plan for tonight. I film in an apartment that has a loud refrigerator and an air conditioning running and possibly outside noise, so I'm doing my best to make it a pleasant experience for everyone, but I wanted to let you know about that. And if you're a creator, or if you just didn't know this, we have a community playlist. Creators can add their versions of New Makeup Nonsense to the playlist. Teresa and Audra's videos will be in there, but so will so many other amazing and creative creators. If you want to play along, we have bingo cards and hashtags linked in the description box too. Now, we pick a random assortment of pictures, and depending on how the day goes, I may or may not be able to talk about all of them. So in case you're curious to see what I'm picking from tonight, I'm gonna show you that on the screen right now, and I'm gonna keep drinking. So first up, we have some quads that were giving me ColourPop, but a little bit nicer feelings. This is the ZC Dessert Collection. There are 4 quads. It looks like there's a macaroon, a cupcake, a pudding, and ice cream. And I feel a little torn. I think these are cute. I think this is a dessert food theme that's pretty cute. I think the colors are pretty-ish. I wish the green one actually had 4 greens and not a beige and 3 greens. Actually, and same for the blue. You know what? Okay. I had to film this twice because I was like, am I being drawn in by texture and embossing? Yes, I am. Yes. These are cute-ish. They're $12, which the ColourPop quads are $9, so I think if these colors draw you in, these are cute. But at the same time, if I was sitting here and this was a ColourPop color range, I would be talking about how muted and washed out these are. So I'm trying to hold myself a little accountable on my shit talking. These are cute-ish pastel quads, but I don't need it. I'm not going to buy it. I don't know how unique they really are to the market. And I feel like I'm starting out on a little bit of a middle ground, but just a food-themed release, and I want to love it. I feel like I love it. But when I look too critically, that's where I go, not sure about that. Unpopular opinion alert. Fenty is turning into a total Anne brand. What is up with this eyeshadow palette, this 12 pan palette that has matte, glitter, and metallic shadows inspired by Fenty Glow, Fussy, and Hot Chocolate? It's gonna be out September 9th. It's so boring to me. Again, I think I was trying to be nice, and I'm just like, it's so boring because it doesn't even texturally look interesting from the first promo photos. I felt like even with a brand like Patrick Ta, that neutral palette that the brand released, where I was like, I'm not into it, I don't want cream bases in my palettes, blah, blah, blah. It was at least texturally interesting. This just, it's putting me to sleep. Fenty keeps giving me like, we're edgy because of Rihanna, but we're Midwestern housewife because of this. I hope they prove me wrong and their eyeshadow formulas are better than previous palettes that they released, but I'm gonna let the Anns find that out. I'm good. Why? Can somebody explain to me why I'm such a simple hoe for Glow Recipe? Like, I feel basic as fuck, and there's actually nothing wrong with being basic, but I feel like they're like, yeah, we're gonna make cute packaging, give the product a little bit of color, and give it that fruit reference, and you're going to buy it, or at least you're going to want it real bad. They have a new Guava Vitamin C Dark Spot Serum from Glow Recipe. It's a potent, visibly brightening serum that reduces the appearance of dark spots with 5 forms of vitamin C, guava, and tranexamic and ferulic acids for visibly glowing, even-toned skin. I'm glad I didn't get this release when I was drunker, because there's no way I would have said half of those words. It's $45. Yeah, it's out now as of the day you are seeing this video. I haven't actually owned much Glow Recipe, but they are one of those brands that constantly makes my I want it like alarm go off, and I don't think I'm that easily influenced when it comes to skincare. I actually don't need this. I find that vitamin C does little to nothing for my skin. And I know that that's not like I'm not gonna say it's not common. I know that for some people vitamin C is like top tier, very, very important in their skincare. I know it's not for me, so I need to ignore the pink and the cute packaging. But also Trend Mood, I don't need a close-up zoom of the pump with your cummy dribble off of it. I know it's not yours, it's a Glow Recipe, but like I don't actually need a close-up of that, because that's no thank you. Anyway, even more skincare, cute as fuck. I have a very basic I want it reaction to it, but I'm gonna hold strong. It's time for another drink, because it's time for ColourPop. So ColourPop has released a new 30-pan palette called It's a Mood. This is a more colorful 30-pan palette for ColourPop. In the little indie worlds that I spend a lot of time in, at first glance, a lot of people were excited about this palette. And I could understand it because like a row of olives, a row of teal, a row of purple, very pretty. Ignoring the fact that the other half is very neutral. But when I kept looking at it, I was like, this feels familiar. Why does this feel familiar? And then it was like Wayne's World, like, where I was like, this reminds me of the Tati Beauty palette, but in a more colorful format. And the thing that I kept seeing in swatches and reviews, even when creators didn't want to say it, I noticed it, was that all of the different textures, a lot of them looked the same on the eye or in swatches. And the more I looked at this palette, I was like, this is giving me that same effect, because I don't trust like the bottom two teals. I don't trust those to look different, or the bottom, like the middle purple and the purple underneath it. Like, I just felt like the colors were too close to be different textures and such close colors. You kind of need more of a gradient of tones. And if you do a gradient of tones and textures, then they won't look so similar on eye. But the other thing that I've seen come out, I'll try to do a screenshot or a name on the screen or something. Anyway, an Instagram account that compared this palette to a bunch of existing ColourPop palettes, and it was like duping out like 7 different ColourPop palettes, from the Raw Beauty Christie palette to like Good Sport, all of these palettes. So I just want to say, if you have bought any or all of those palettes, you probably have this, and you're not necessarily like getting to try a different brand's version of these colors. You're getting the same brand. But also, I'm gonna say, if you've been waiting to make a purchase from ColourPop, this might actually be a good palette to pick up. If I had less makeup and if this was a couple of years ago, I would have been like, I'm gonna buy that and use it as single eyeshadows and just depot it and use it as singles, because the ColourPop palette packaging is all magnetic, so you can do that really easily. So that's me saying it's total copycat vibes from other palettes they've released, but at the same time, it could be a good purchase for some people, just not for me. Every day, we sink deeper and deeper into this dystopian future that is now modern day. And every day, there is another collaboration that takes us further and further from God and deeper into this dystopian hellscape. For some reason, this newest collaboration is the one that led me into this despair. Bobbi Brown has collaborated with Monopoly. I'm going to say that again. Bobbi Brown has collaborated with Monopoly. What is life? For why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why?
Why do we need this like verging on bougie brand to bring us a palette with like the same tone 8 times over, a highlighter? Who was? I'm sorry, I'm breaking again. I'm probably not gonna have the wherewithal to put all that editing that I did in the last new makeup nonsense. I'll link it if you haven't seen it. But who wants to see Mr. Moneybags every day you put on makeup? Who? I've said it before and I'm gonna say it again. I am too poor for this. I need more booze. If staring your poverty in the face every time you apply makeup is your kink, I hope you love this release. Speaking of, I have to not let my voice crack every single time. I have to not let my voice crack for every single release tonight. But speaking of traveling further and further from God, Cosmetics has collaborated with Iggy Azalea in a totally plastic collection. Very 2000s. We have 3 9-pan palettes. Feels very pastel tones, like a blue neutral one, a purple one. It's saying 3. I don't know. I only see 2. Lashes, glosses, face palette, sponge. Look, I was born in 1984. The 2000s and the 90s, more the 90s, well, no, they both. The 2000s, they hit me in nostalgia feels. The puffy pink, like, charms on the lipsticks, the clear, translucent plastic of me jelly kind of feels. There's definitely high femme Emily that is, like, into that aesthetic. But I draw the line at Iggy Azalea. I draw the line at black scent, blackfishing Iggy fucking Azalea. Yeah. You could have... The 2000s had its own era of pop stars. Why the fuck didn't you, like, fucking reach out to Mandy Moore or, I don't know, anyone else? Iggy is... Okay. Obviously, I need to dabble in clothing nostalgia from the 2000s because all of the makeup nostalgia releases are... Also, who the fuck looks at Iggy Azalea for makeup inspiration? But truly, has that... I'm confused. Oh, this is the episode of I'm confused. I'm confused. You may not believe this, but as time has evolved, I've tried to not compare any other brand to Morphe besides Morphe, because they are a special kind of makeup hell. But BPerfect. BPerfect Cosmetics, can I just have a palette that's not like 50 eyeshadows from you? Like just once. Okay, this one is 45. It still fucking counts. This is the BPerfect and Stacie Marie MUA collaboration. I think it's their round 4. The Carnival, the Antidote palette. That's $56. There's 29 mattes and 16 shimmers. And then there are liquid eyeshadows in 6 colors. It's available now. I don't know if it's sold out. Sorry if it did. This could have... The 15 pan at the end, the 3 columns, the greens, olives, yellow. Fuck, that would have been beautiful and perfect. And my refrigerator has been loud this whole time. I'm sorry, y'all. That would have been. I have a problem, and it's greens. Anything that even has a touch of green, I want it, except it's not really a problem. But this, just give me smaller palettes. I'm sorry. I don't, like, it's legitimately a very pretty neutral-ish palette with the deeper tones and the olives and the range, but I don't want a 45 pan palette ever. I have not wanted a 45 pan eyeshadow palette in the last 7 to 10 years that I've been playing in makeup. I'm not gonna want it for another 7 to 10 years at the bare minimum. Like, anyone that buys these palettes and loves them and finds them totally usable and perfect for your makeup style, awesome. But I just wish BPerfect would even consider doing some smaller palettes for those of us that don't want 45 pans. Because even if you can't charge me, anyway, whatever. I was going to get into the math of it. It doesn't matter. It's pretty. It screams fall, but it's like 35 pans too big for me, easily. So we're back at ColourPop again. ColourPop has collaborated with Disney again for the Tinkerbell collaboration, ColourPop X Tinkerbell. It looks like this is already available. There are cream gel pencils. There are Super Shock shadows in a trio. There are Super Shock cheek products. There are glossy lip stains. And there is this 9-pan palette. Yet again, as I just said, if there is green in a palette, I want it. I bought that fucking Huda Beauty Python palette last time we filmed, and there was like 2 green shadows in there, but I totally thought there was like 6. Anyway, this palette definitely, it's tempting. Because there's like a pretty matte green, and then there are, I would say, 3 shimmers that lean into the green area. But that's a good reminder. Even if all, wow, I gotta calm down. It's a 9-pan palette, and I spotted 4 green shadows. I don't need it, because what I really wanted for are the greens and not the whole color story. But I'm going to say, in the scheme of ColourPop 9 pans, this is the prettiest one I've seen in a long time. I don't really find any interest in literally any of the other products in the collection, but I'm going to give it to ColourPop. That one's pretty. Gucci? Excuse me? I think you forgot the pigment. I think your production factory forgot the pigment. You didn't forget. You're just a white supremacist. Okay, good to know. Yeah, so Gucci has this new, the Cushion Debut refillable foundation with SPF 22. It comes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades. But it's not even like they attempted to give you a range. No. The toast they show in the marketing photo goes deeper than the foundation itself. Look, There is no ethical consumption under capitalism. If you want to buy this foundation, fucking throw your $60 at Gucci. But this, no. No. Bye. Get out of here. Get out right now. Tom Ford is releasing Shade and Illuminate blush duos that have about as good of a shade range as fucking Jaclyn Hill. I want to root for these bougie brands, cause I like the idea of buying bougie things every once in a while. But no. These swatches, what? You came out with 6 duos. That's 12 colors. 12 color opportunities. And I see 4 colors. You are truly blowing smoke up my ass, thinking that this release, this complexion release, because I think of blush as a base complexion product, this is a terrible range. I'm sorry, you had 12 color options to give us, and this is what you gave us. Y'all, drunk me would buy the fuck out of Trixie Cosmetics' new Plant Gay palette. I think this might already be sold out. I know it already launched. I feel like it sold pretty quickly. I could be wrong. This is a 12 pan palette for about $50. Glosses, there is a green shimmer gloss, which also very predictably I want. And I don't really know much about the Trixie quality, and I'm pretty sure I've shit-talked the brand before. Of course I have. What brand have I not shit-talked in this New Makeup Nonsense Bingo series? But, like, this is a fucking cute palette. This is a palette with a color story. Like, yes, it's verging on rainbow, but the, like, bottom row of, like, greens and teals with a little bit of neutrally browns to go with the greens, and then the pinks and the packaging with the pattern work. Like, this is fucking cute. I ended up passing on it. Like, I didn't pick it up at launch because I'm not totally sold on the shimmers. They look kind of ho-hum. Some of them are pressed glitters. Some of them are just like a frost. And for me now, to really be into a palette and not singles, I kind of want it to come with both shimmer and matte that excite me. So I didn't get it, but like, this is what I want to see on the market more often. Colorful palettes with color stories. And to me, this is that, like, to a T. I just wanted, like, a little bit more from the shimmers and all of that. But, like, if it was still around, if it is still around, Drunk Me would buy the fuck out of this. Excuse me, what the fuck is Lola V? Okay. No. Just no.
What? No.
Jennifer Aniston has a brand called Lola V. It looks like it's launching on the 8th. And I feel like hair might be the thing. I have nothing nice to say. Should I not say anything? I can't decide if all of the Jennifer stans are gonna come and attack. You know what? They probably will attack. But like, fine. I'm just gonna fucking say it, because of course I'm gonna say it. I don't care about celebrity lines. I don't. J-Lo is not using J-Lo skincare. Jennifer Aniston, wow, that was a glitch. Jennifer Aniston is not using Lola V hair care. I don't fucking care. Because it's just a sales tactic. And like, everyone's gonna lose their fucking mind because you can now get the Rachel hair yourself. And I'm like, get fucking over it. I have nothing against Jennifer Aniston. I have nothing against... I can't say that. I didn't like Friends and I still don't like it. But I don't wish ill on her. I just also don't give a fuck about the brand. That was kind of a rant, and it was kind of like there was no climax. It was just a... Sorry, I couldn't really finish that off. Speaking of palettes that are green, Sugar Drizzle is releasing a pickle themed 6-pan palette. It is launching on Saturday, meaning it's already launched when you're seeing this. It's $22. So there are two mattes. There's like a Kelly green that looks a little bit cooler tone, and then a warmer tone green. There is a green shimmer that looks kind of like a pretty standard like lime green shimmer. There is a duochrome that flips from like chartreuse to peach. There's one that flips from like more of like a bright green to pink, and then there is a like purpley blue color. It's cute. It's I don't know. So like, I don't know if these are in particular unique to my collection. Here's what I'm gonna say. If you're interested in it and it's still available and you're watching this, I would look at a variety of swatches, because I just saw another set of swatches on the brand's page that look a little different from the ones I was just referencing. So I'm a little torn. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Like, would you want to hear the thoughts from a green eyeshadow lover? I can't. I'm having a very indecisive day, as is my entire life. So yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts, actually. Should I but I kind of just want to say, put on my face. Okay, Cosmetics. You have some essential oil infused audacity to charge $26 for a single eyeshadow in a clear compact that looks kind of like a whipped moussey Super Shock shadow. Enjoy your cash grab in the corner. I want to spray you with a water bottle right now. Oh, look at Charlotte Tilbury being all edgy, doing neutral with a pop of olive. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say that this palette is ugly. I'm not going to sit here and say that these swatches look weak. I'm not going to sit here and say that this neutral with a pop of olive trend that Charlotte Tilbury has picked up on is a bad idea. I am going to say this palette feels very, very, very much like same shit, new packaging. Because even if 3 or 4 of the shadows are new, It's the same neutrally warm tones that you're seeing over and over and over in the Charlotte Tilbury line. And the Instant Eye palette, Smoky Eyes Are Forever. I wasn't expecting that. What is that name? Anyway, she's going to charge us $75. Charlotte Tilbury is going to charge $75 minimum for this palette. For 12 shades that she has released before. I'm not against buying new makeup all the damn time. But, like, this is the definition of failing upwards. This is white mediocrity to a T. The bare minimum gets celebrated and lauded. And, again, capitalism is the worst, but I'm not gonna celebrate that. I'm also officially too drunk to make any kind of cohesive thoughts, so it's a good thing that I hit bingo because this has been a rocky ride. On that note, if you enjoyed this one, definitely leave a comment because I feel like I don't feel great. So definitely leave me a comment if you enjoyed it, or even if you did have a strong opinion that is against or goes along with anything I said. And hopefully I will see you again soon. We do these videos about every 2 weeks, so hopefully I'll at least see you for another one of New Makeup Nonsense Bingos in a couple of weeks. And otherwise, I would love for you to subscribe so you could see more good stuff that comes out from me. As I mentioned, I'm a bitch with lots of opinions. I love colorful makeup, and I am a cute fat babe. So if any of those things appeal to you, I would love for you to subscribe, join my Patreon or YouTube membership, or just find me on Instagram or Twitter. Thank you so much to my patrons and my members. I always forget to thank you, so thank you so much. And for everyone watching, don't forget to take care of yourself better today than you did yesterday, because you are worth it. Bye, friends.